Come on. There we go. Alrighty, you guys. So, I definitely would not consider... I mean, like... I take it back. I said cutesy works as long as... And people could be afraid of tigers. So, I guess this could be nightmare fuel. But I'm not doing it as a nightmare fuel. I'm just doing it because it's a square and I felt like it. Like, really, that's the only reason. So, we're working on... a square from Hooligan, which now has paintings on Temu. And of course, the second I start this, the dogs decide to go crazy again, huh? Like, why? They were quiet. So, yeah, now they decide, nope, I hear her talking, huh? Oh, anyway. Oh boy. Enough! So yes, this is a square. It's a double-sided adhesive from Hooligan on Temu. It's a cute Christmas canvas. Little tiger with a snowflake on his nose. But we're starting Nightmare Fuel. So, anything people are afraid of. Doesn't have to be a scary image of it, but something people are afraid of. So... it's going to be fun. I still don't know which of my 3 paintings I want to do. I have 3 paintings I want to do. So, I don't know which I'm going to do. But I have 3 of them. 2 of them I'm leaning more so towards than the third, but the third just seems perfect to me. You guys! Enough! I don't like multi-placing squares. I don't. So. Sorry about them. There must be somebody outside or something, because they're going extra crazy. But yeah, the Hooligan came with some nice death stabbies. I was happy. That was fun. I started watching some new TV shows. Not like I need some more new TV shows. I should catch up on TV shows first, but started watching some new TV shows. Started watching some new seasons of TV shows that are airing again. I hate watching shows while they air. Oh, I hate it. So to go with that, 911 Lone Star are back. So I watched the first episode of both of those. I hate that there was only 1 episode out and I watched 1 episode and I wanted to watch more. Annoying. From is back, but I'm not watching it. I am waiting to pay for the channel to watch the series, to just be able to binge it, because I do not want to have to stop after each episode. No, thank you. So there's that. There's a new show apparently called Dr. Odyssey. So I decided to give that a shot. I think it was like an ABC show or something, but it was on Hulu. The Old Man is back for season 2, so I'm watching season 2 of that. Still slowly going through Supernatural. Caught up on Criminal Minds. Or, no, almost caught up on Criminal Minds. Have the last season left, I do believe. Pretty much caught up on NCIS as well. Caught up on Law & Order SVU. Started watching CSI Miami. And sadly, they're taking it off of Hulu now. So, like, that was horrible timing. What else? I feel like there's something else. Finished watching A Discovery of Witches. Watched that pretty quickly. It was 3 seasons, 8 to 10 episodes a season, so not like crazy long or anything else like that, and that was quite enjoyable, I thought. Apparently it's based off of a book, and so, you know, some people's take on it is this or that based off of the differences in the book, but not knowing anything about the book and going into it, it seemed like a nice show. Apparently the book was not interesting to my sister, though, because I asked her about it, and she said that she has the book on her phone, but apparently she's only gotten a few pages in, so she must not have got interested in it. So, I don't know. I did read one person's comment, which had a blurb from the book on a scene that should have been put in the movie and wasn't. And I don't know, maybe it's the style of the writing of the book. I don't read a lot of books, but I've listened to more audiobooks, and maybe it would have made more sense to me as an audio than just like reading it. But reading it's like, that seems a little more confusing to me for some reasons. But like at the same time, it does seem like it would have been a nice scene for them to leave in the book. I will say one thing that they did that's annoying to me is they changed one of the actors, and it's like, why'd they change him? I don't like that they changed him. So I hate when they change actors on you like that. And obviously nothing is commented in the show about the looks. It's just like, wait a minute, that's the same name as that guy. Wait, but that's a different face. Oh, so he's just the same guy, but a different actor's playing him. Really? Why? You know, like, I hate that. I know there's reasons that it happens, and some of them are unavoidable. Some of them are just like convenience, but I hate when they change actors on me like that. It confuses me, especially because I suck with names. I am not kidding. I suck with names, which is part of why reading books doesn't really go over well with me, because if I don't see a face, I'm like, wait, which character is that? Who is that? Is that the one that did this, or the one that does that, or is that the one related to that one? Or like, I literally cannot keep them straight in my head with names. So they use the character's name, but since his face changed, I didn't know who he was. And it's like, oh, that's that guy's brother. Oh, that's supposed to be that guy? I thought he was a heavier set dude with brown hair. That's not the guy's brother. But like, wait, they're acting like that's the brother. Like, so does he have a different brother? Or apparently it's the same guy that just switched actors on you. And it confused me so badly for a little bit. I did not know what was going on there. I mean, he's not a main role in the show. He definitely plays a part, but he's not like a main role. But yeah, it threw me for a loop for a second. It's like, when did we introduce this new character? Because like, they didn't act like they introduced him. They acted like we already knew him, because we already knew the other actor playing him's version of him. So anyway, sorry, that annoys me so badly when they do that. So badly. It's like, I wish when they had to change actors like that or something, if there's a reason, if they can make a reason for it, they make a reason for why the person looks different. You know, like, I wouldn't even mind a notice on screen that, hey, we had to change actors. Like, I'm guessing that would annoy more people, but for me, that would make me understand better. But anyway, we'll shut up with that. Nightmare Fuel. I am leaning towards one of my two pictures with eyeballs all over it, because that's Nightmare Fuel. It's like a lady's head cracked open with eyeballs spewing out. So yeah, definitely Nightmare Fuel. Nice pictures. But I have one that literally screams Nightmare Fuel. It is a photo of a person. Sorry, a portion. I can't say person, huh? It was a photo of a person that is having a nightmare, basically, and you can kind of see like the nightmare alive behind her and stuff. For some reason, it kind of reminds me of something like Nightmare on Elm Street, where it's like your dreams come true type thing. But it's a cool photo. It's again one of those kind of blue and black photos. So I kind of think that would be perfect for the event because of the theme, because of the imagery. But I also really want to work on one of my eyeball ladies, so I'm like, what do I do here? So I'm not sure if I want to ask you guys, or if I just want to pick whichever one's drills are the easiest to acquire, because I now sadly have totes of drills, so like there's like 4 or 5 rows I have to go through to get to the bottom set of drills. I hate it. I much rather like drawers of them where there's only like 2 rows or something, so I could just move one off the top, and then I'm good. Having to take out that many drills to get to a bottom layer is annoying. I'm thinking about trying to make inserts to go in it so I could put all the drills in insert 1, insert 2, and insert 3, so I only have to pull out an insert. I don't have to pull out multiple separate drills. I think like that would work better for me if I'm going to keep using larger, deeper totes to put them in. But because the larger totes made more sense than buying a bunch of individual underbed totes and like stacking them all on each other. But the underbed totes would have had less stacked in a line, which would have made it way better. And again, don't know if any of you guys care about any of that, but that's something I'm thinking about with it too, because my last few paintings I've had to dig through rows of the tote to get the drills out. Like, at least I have tote 1 listed with what drills are in it and tote 2 listed with what drills are in it, so like I knew what tote to go to dig through, but I still had to dig through the tote. And they're not like thrown in all randomly. They are actually stacked in nice rows going across the tote this way, with a few in the front going the other way, and then the next set, and then the next set on top of that. So like it isn't just like thrown all randomly in there, but obviously I have to take them all out, lay them next to the tote as I dig through it, and then put them back in, so they're not staying on the same row or anything like that right now. And I kind of said I would get off of that, didn't I? So, sorry. But, nice canvas. It came wrapped around a foam roller. It is one of those kind of like the AB canvas where it tells me it's a 35 by 35 because it's a 30 by 30, but it's a true 30 by 30, and the whole canvas size is a 35 by 35. So I like that. The drill field looks really clear. I love that they have the Death Stabby tweezers still. I'm tempted to buy more just for that. Hooligan, I do not believe was my favorite square. I tried a bunch of them when they were on, they still are on AliExpress, but from AliExpress like years ago. And I don't believe Hooligan was my favorite square. I think there's like a little too much gapping for my liking in it. But overall, this one has been working out pretty well. Like, you can tell that there's some gapping between it. You can see that, but it's not like horrible gapping. Like the tweezers, maybe these really pointy tweezers just fit like in between drills. Like maybe not even. They don't even fit in between drills. And so it's a decent square. I've thrown out a few pieces that had like extra tabs on them or something, but overall most of them are shaped pretty decently. I guess I was going to say that wrong. Most of them are shaped pretty decently. I've had a few, just a few so far, that had like little tabs stuck on them. But there is some of them that are shaped where they look like the tab was cut out and cut a little bit out of the square. So I do have a few of those in here, so that has a little bit more light shining through, but it's not a misshapen square. It just kind of seems like it has a little bit extra taken out of the square. So it's not messing with my fit. And I don't think it'll be noticeable done, so I'm using them. Overall, the shape of the square seems to be a good shape of square. They're fitting together. They're not pushing each other off yet. The tape had no rivers or anything like that in it. It being around the foam roller really kept it nice. I mean, you can see right here there's like kind of a point where it's puckering up a little bit, but that's the whole canvas because the way it was wrapped around the foam roller, some of it got loose and kind of got a little bent with the other canvases pushing against it. But it was wrapped around a foam roller with the drills in the bag next to it. And it had its toolkit with its larger white boat and the tweezers and multi-placers. So that was fun. I liked that. Actually, I was using the larger boat. There it is. Yeah, they give you this actual decent sized boat. Because I stopped, I was using the boat because I stopped though. I put him in the butterfly tray, which you can see the butterfly tray is about the same size, a little bit taller. So, started using my butterfly tray. I don't know, I just, when I saw it, that was a square, I was unhappy with it at first. It's like, oh, it's kind of, well, like the square drill field, you know, so it looks a little more pixely, and it's like, oh. And the fact that it was a double-sided, and I was afraid it was going to be kind of a bad double-sided again, but then I realized it was a square, and that's like, oh, maybe, and then I saw that the drill field looked clear, and that it wasn't bent up like crazy or anything. I'm like, oh, okay, don't, never mind, I'm working on this one now, literally. I am not kidding. We got done filming those videos and I set up the painting and started working on it while watching some of those shows I just mentioned to you guys. So he did not get to sit under anything to flatten. He is literally just flattened by me flattening the white cover sheet over him to show you guys the image. And that's that. So pretty decent. It is definitely better than some of the other squares I've done lately. I mean, I don't tend to do many squares, but I do tend to give a few squares a shot to check them out. And normally, I am not very impressed. Too much gapping or too much garbage or a mixture of the both or too tight that they're popping, you know, like your square issues. And I'm a fan of double-sided because I like the extra stick, but normally the double-sideds aren't shipped very well from Temu, so normally I avoid double-sideds from Temu, but they did well, so I am happy. Because, again, like I said, I like the stick. Somebody mentioned in a comment that I was talking to them about that there is a difference between a double-sided and a, I just forgot the other word. I just call them both double-sided, but there is another tape variety that isn't a glue, but is more like a tape, kind of like a double-sided. I forgot what it was called, but that there supposedly actually is a difference between those. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just going to call it double-sided if it's like a tape type stuff that I could peel off, or glue if it's glue that will not peel off, that smears. That's what I'm calling it. Also, I'm painting like mom right now. I'm grabbing a random bag out, I'm looking at what letter it is, but I need to write the letter on here because I hate not knowing the letter. So like for the first time, like I would have to do this for each bag anyway if I were to be kitting this up correctly. So I'm just writing my letter on my bag every time I grab a bag, and I'm randomly grabbing a bag and going color by color, and then once this is done I'll have the letter on each bag so I can actually look for which bag I want to work on. But that's how I'm doing it right now. Rather than labeling all my bags before starting, I'm just labeling them as I go, which this is not the first time I've done that. It works out that way for me. It works out labeling them all first for me too. It's just whatever mood I'm in. So yes, I tweezer place my squares. I like tweezer placing my squares. Yes, it makes your hand cramp and like it works different muscles, so sometimes I get a little sick of tweezer placing, or at least my hand gets a little sick of tweezer placing. But when I use the multiplacer, like I just tried using the multiplacer, I don't like it. But not only do I not really like it, and moving stuff on this double-sided is harder than moving it on a regular canvas, but not only do I not like doing so, I lose my interest in squares. It's like I may as well just be doing a round if I'm using a multiplacer. Like, why am I doing a square? So I like squares because I single place and because I tweezer place. If I start multi-placing them, they kind of just become like a round that's just more difficult to deal with because you got to place them even straighter because they're square. So I don't like multi-placing my squares. I've done a little bit of it on this one with some of these black areas here and stuff. Some of the white in here and stuff, but I started being unhappy with the canvas when I did that. Again, we each have our weird little quirks, and that's one of my weird little quirks. So tomorrow, I do believe tomorrow, it is garbage day. So I have to deal with getting a bunch of garbage out. I'm doing some, I would say cleaning, but I guess I was corrected that it's not cleaning, it's more like major renovations of a room. I'm like replacing the ceiling and the flooring and the walls, and so yeah, I guess cleaning isn't the correct word. It is more like renovating a room. So that's been causing horrible issues with my allergies, and also a lot of garbage because like pieces of flooring and, you know, walling and roofing and like all this stuff to throw away. So I've been making quite a bit of garbage lately, aggravating my allergies quite a bit, which is why I haven't been doing many videos lately. I meant to do more videos with like the black and white and the finishes and progress and stuff, and it's just like my throat has been bugging me, my nose has been bugging me, and I've just been feeling like crap with the allergies. I've been busy with the work I've been doing. On top of doing that, like, because I can never focus on one thing, which is horrible, because like I get pieces of things started and finished, and then I go on to other pieces of things. I am also redoing a bunch of stuff with the kitchen because I'm getting a new fridge because mine was broken, and it's taken 3 weeks so far, and it's still not here. I haven't had a fridge for 3 weeks. Well, like, okay, I've had like a mini little like college dorm size fridge, one of those tiny ones that you can maybe shove 2 gallons of milk in it, and that's like all it would hold. So I've been working with that for months, and oh, I am so sick of it. I want room to store food because like we'll make food and then it's like, well, what do I do with all this leftovers? It doesn't really fit, and so can't wait for the refrigerator to get here. But because of that, that's more garbage, throwing away stuff that I had and like moving stuff around to do that. And of course you always find stuff like, oh, this is still in the cupboard, I haven't used this in forever, well, may as well throw this away. And so yeah, doing a deeper clean of a kitchen and remodeling, renovating, whatever word you want to use, a bedroom. Meanwhile, dealing with the pup-ups, which have been going crazy. They are enjoying all their play and walk, but like I've been spending so much time with them, I haven't been inside to work on my diamond painting or anything lately. Like, I'll go outside with this one for half hour or so, then go outside with that one for half an hour or so, then go outside with that one for half an hour or so, then go back to the first one, and then, you know, like, it just been fun. But they've been getting their exercise, and so that's good. They got new toys, and they are enjoying their new toys, and they've picked out their favorites now, and it's like, well, this is my toy, and that's my toy. So the one girl's like, I like these little squeaky sticks. The other one's like, ooh, I got a really huge squeaky bone. And the other girl's like, well, I'll just stick with my older ball on a string, thanks. And then the boy's like, yeah, I'm not into toys, so you guys do whatever you want with those. So it's been fun watching them play with the toys, though. Like, the girl originally decided she liked the bone, then she found out that the little stick things, I guess, were just more fun for her to throw around. And she doesn't like playing with me. She just likes throwing the toy herself and running after it, and throwing the toy herself and running after it. When I try to grab it from her, she's like, really? You gotta take my toy? How dare you? You know, so she's not a huge fan of me playing anything with her. She just wants to have fun and do her own thing, so guess a smaller toy is better for her. Whereas the other girl, she only wants me to throw the toy, and if I won't throw the toy, she will throw it herself and run after it and stuff. But she tends to want me to, and if I don't, she will purposely throw it where she can't reach it, so I have to go get it to throw it back to her. And yes, she knows what she's doing. It was funny, my sister was here once, and you guys might have heard this story, but sister was here once waiting for us to go for a walk, and I was inside getting the other dog ready, I think, or something. And so she was sitting in her car with her dog waiting, and then mine threw her ball in the road. So she got out of the car, grabbed the ball, threw it back, got back in the car, dog threw the ball in the road again. She got out of the car, grabbed the ball out of the road, threw it back. And then she comes out and told me that, you know, that happened like 4 or 5 times. It's like, no, she was purposely throwing it in the road. She wanted you to go get it. She was making you play. It's like, she knew what she was doing. She didn't just like, oh, threw it and it rolled that way. No, she knows she's throwing it that way. So, yeah, such a sweet little pup, huh? But yeah, they definitely all have their different personalities about willing to play with the toy themselves, or stopping to just chew on it if you won't play with them, or making sure you play with them, or playing by themselves. And yep, they all have different interests in that. I wish the boy liked playing with toys though, because like he has no real way that he gets his energy out. He's still energetic, but he doesn't want to really play with toys. He likes going for walks, but he doesn't really play with the other dogs much. Like, he'll run around with them for a second or something, but he's just not really interested in it. He'd just kind of rather lay and watch what's going on. He's more of an observer than interacting with anything. Whereas I've said before that my one girl would play to death. Like, she gets so exhausted and she's still just like, throw the ball again, I want to play again. My other girl, once she gets exhausted, she's like, okay, I'm tired, I'm just gonna sit here and try to eat it. She's the one that, like I said, I swear has pica, that she tries to eat everything. So she'll just be like, okay, I'm tired, I'm panting, I'm exhausted, I'm gonna just lay down and try to eat it. So you gotta watch her. It's like, oh, well, you're tired now, I guess you're going inside. The other girl, because like I said, she'll start breathing so hard you can hear her across the street, and it's like, I'm afraid you're gonna die. I shouldn't hear you breathing that hard. So it's like, nope, you're going and you're done playing. I don't care if you're done or not. Your body seems like it needs the break. And then the little girl, she just throws the toy around and plays, but she does so at a pace that she doesn't seem to get tired. She seems like she can constantly do it. She doesn't start panting heavily or anything. She just never seems interested in stopping, and she'll like lay down for a little bit, and then you're like, oh, you're laying down, so you're ready to go? And she's like, nope, since you think I'm ready to go, I'm gonna start playing again so that you don't take me inside. So that's her personality about it. So yeah, all very different. I really wonder what's going on outside that they keep notifying us of it. But the one that you heard, I swear she thinks she's a hound. She's an Australian Shepherd. She's supposedly a purebred Australian Shepherd. Based off of looks, I'm told she's supposedly also a purebred German Shepherd, or Australian Shepherd, sorry. And yet she acts like a hound. She howls. Sometimes where you hear the like howling choir in the background, she's the one that starts that. She doesn't know how to shut up. She is the most vocal dog. But then you guys also know my male is quite vocal, but he's vocal in a whiny way. He likes to whine and then whine and then whine, and then you give him attention, he's like, okay, I'm done with attention, then turns around and starts whining again. Like, so yeah. They're all a fun group that likes to be a handful. I mean, I can't say they're all puppies anymore, honestly, because like I think the older one is 3 or 4, so they're not all puppies anymore, but they're all very young and all very hyper. So they're a handful, but I like them, obviously. Like their little pains in the butts. They make you have to take them for walks or go play with them. If it wasn't for them, I'd just sit here and diamond paint the whole time, right? So they're not very cuddly though. That's my biggest dislike about my doggos. They're not very cuddly. I mean, the boy's cuddly, but not in the same way as I'd want him to be, I guess. Like, he'll lay curled up on your legs, he'll sit on your lap, and he always wants to be on you, but then he'll jump down, then he'll want right back up. Like, he just doesn't get comfortable and cuddle with you. The girl's not cuddly. Nope. And then the puppy, well, she's cuddly, but she's easily triggered, so your cuddle sessions turn into nope, not cuddling. So yeah, every now and then she'll be calm enough that she'll just like sit behind me and just chill and fall asleep, and it's nice to have her just sleep behind me. I don't know why I like the feeling of a dog just laying behind me sleeping. So I'll be sitting here like this doing this, and there'll just be a dog curled up around me like a personal backrest, you know? Enough! I hear it. It's a vehicle of some sort. It's not for us, and we don't care. Do you guys ever say anything to your dogs? Like, they don't understand you, so like, you know, what's the point? But sometimes I'm like kind of talking to them, talking to myself, I guess, because it's like, yeah, I don't need you to tell me. I know what it is. I just got a painting delivered today that would also be nice for like a Halloween Nightmare Fuel style thing, but it was just delivered today. I haven't even looked at it. Don't know if it's going to be any good, and even if it is, well, it's too late to let you guys order it in time for this month, obviously. So, there's that. But I got a few videos edited done. I got to get more edits done. Also, I've been trying to get an intro because, like, I've never had an intro, and it's like, I finally have an idea for one that would be kind of cool, but I'm not seeming to get what I want to be able to get done. Like, it's not working out for me. I don't know. I'm not good at making animations, I guess. So, I'm trying, but so you guys might end up seeing an intro, and it might be a little janky, or it might be nice. We don't know. We'll see what happens. But I've been trying to mess with that too, and that's taking a while. Apparently there's some different programs you can try using for it. Anyway, I told you about a bunch of shows that I'm watching and continue watching. Oh yeah, add on to that, I am still slowly watching Bewitched and The A-Team. I think I already said Supernatural. Maybe I didn't say Supernatural this time, but like Supernatural. I'm slowly going through those as well. So, yeah, those are the show updates. Oh, The Floor Season 2 is back, too. I watched the first episode of The Floor Season 2. Again, I hate that they air one episode at a time, and I only got to watch one. But I did watch the first one. So that game show's back. Apparently, Quiz with Balls or whatever is done, and I guess 1% Club is done, too, I think. I don't know. I think it is, though. So, that's, I think, all of the shows that I've watching, airing that I'm waiting for to watch. Yeah. Quite a bit of them, I know. I watch quite a bit of TV. I like having TV in the background a bit more than music. Music is good for cleaning and stuff, but also I like having certain TV shows for cleaning and stuff, so I can get distracted by them and start watching them instead of cleaning, right? I don't know, I've seemed to kind of been raised where TV in the background for noise more so than music in the background for noise. So I have to be in a certain mood for music in the background as my noise. Normally I will pick a TV show and just try to find a TV show that... I call it a monster of the week because I watch quite a bit of anime, and like anime you'd call it a monster of the week, where it's like, it doesn't really matter what happens in one episode because every episode there's a new monster. Every episode there's, you know, so sometimes you have character development, but most of the time if you missed a few of the episodes, you really don't miss anything at all. And I consider Criminal Minds one of those, Law and Order is one of those, NCIS is kind of one of those too, where like, you do have character development, obviously, but there is quite a few episodes where you could say, oh, if you missed that episode, you missed nothing whatsoever, you know? Anyway, you guys, I should just end here. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy working on some Nightmare Fuel with us. Bag of drills I have yet to label. Bag of drills I have used. Drills that I'll be working with next. So hopefully you guys enjoy doing some Nightmare Fuel with us. Can't wait to see what everybody's working on. I think I did put an updated form on my website. I did also delete some of the old categories because I needed more room. So that's all figured out. I think I left like 2 of the newest old categories for you guys. If you guys are curious, by the way, I know I'm ending the video, but if you guys are curious, here is what I am working on right this second, and the code to get it off of Temu. They do have another seller that has it in multiple sizes. That is not double-sided, I'm guessing. I have not ordered that one, but if you guys prefer that. So, hopefully you guys join me for some Nightmare Fuel. Can't wait to see what you guys pick as your paintings again. Cute, scary, all good with me. Just something people are afraid of. Heights, animals, humans, you know, foods, rooms, I don't care. Anything that people are afraid of, and people could be afraid of anything, and it could be a cutesy version of it, a scary version of it. Mom's doing some cutesy clowns as her first one, but she also showed me a really cool picture of heights. So, I will have more videos for you guys. Hopefully I get around to doing some progress during the Nightmare Fuel, because I can't wait for it. But with doing everything I'm doing, you guys might sadly only get a finished video again. I'm sorry. So I will have more for you guys.